This is Gridkeeper. It's a little incremental game all about mining and operating a grid. Let's jump on into this. We can skip through all of this nonsense because I will explain what is going on as ever. Boom. Okay, we are in. Up at the top here, we have got our money. Not much we can do with it at the moment, with the exception of down here. This is our floor number 1, apparently. These little things are mines. What we're going to do is we are going to activate a mine. That is going to cost 1 power. This is how much we're getting from the power grid, I suppose. And then we can start spawning some little mine bots. Now, these little guys are going to head on over to a mine. They're going to get filled up with something, whatever the heck it is that they're actually mining, and then they're going to go and stick it into storage, which is up here. As you can see, our storage is increasing. Thank you very much. And in order to sell the resources that we have accumulated, we can just click this little button over here, sell fuel. Boom, we've managed to nab ourselves a little bit of money. So let's get maybe, what, 4 robots on the go. I think that would be pretty good. We'll activate 2 more mines in anticipation of getting all of that up and running. So yeah, we've got storage. We can upgrade our storage capacity, storage cells, cap boost, etc. The power grid we can do, but we need to meet the revenue target, which is currently set at $30,000. That is, so that's a little bit out of the question at the moment, but that's okay. We can also increase the carrying capacity of each mining bot, and we can increase the mining speed of each mining bot by 25%. So that's at $56 and at $82 respectively. We've got buffs down here. No buffs have been unlocked yet. That's not necessarily a problem. We have got a mana generator. Not sure what that's going to do. We're going to have to find out in due course. We can buy tech points. We can give ourselves research boosts. We can get research modules. Goodness gracious me, there's a lot of good stuff happening here, but we need to get our operation up and running a little bit smoother. I think, like, we need to just work on the basics. We need to get the basic stuff down. We sell the I don't know, this fuel juice stuff. Yeah, we sell this fuel juice stuff for $1 at the moment. So if storage is 12% full, boom, we're going to be nabbing $12. I'm going to get another robot. Sure, let's do it. Is that kind of where I want to leave things before I... No, I think we want to... Do we want to just max out the floor? I say max out the floor. We can't really max out the floor. Well, we can, but, I mean, we still have to buy all of the robots, and they are going to take a little bit of time to get together. Now, I think, yeah, we've got enough power to max out entirely the grid here. So we will be able to get 16 mines operational and 16 mining robots. Let's accumulate the money, and then let's get some more mine bots. Right, I think I've taken it up to 14, which I think is actually, in hindsight, probably the number that we are going to try and target. We'll reduce the number of active mines that we have, not like it particularly matters, but I want to save a little bit of this power, for the very simple reason is that I would love to get a research module. Now, this is going to allow me to generate research points, which, with research points, I can buy tech points. So I think we want to at least get one of these bad boys up and running. I mean, I need to get, what is it, 100 coins? Yeah, 100 coins, and that's going to crucially consume 2 power, and I want to probably get a second one. So I'm thinking, hey, let's give ourselves a little bit of buffer here, and then we don't have to really worry about that. After we get ourselves a research module, what's next? It's probably, maybe even the mining boost right now. Increase the mining speed of each mining bot by 25%. You know what? Sure, let's... Sign me up. Sign me up. That looks like, by the way, it upgraded, or it increased to the next level. That's pretty good. So we're now taking, I mean, how much are these suckers taking? I think they're taking, well, 1.2 units, I suppose? Or at least they mine quicker? I don't know. I'm not even sure where we can see that information, but it's fine. We don't need to necessarily worry about it. Sell, we're up to $100. Now, am I going to pick up this now? I think I do. Yeah, okay, so you just sit nice and comfortably on the top there, And as you can see, ticking up, ticking up, ticking up, ticking up, which is phenomenal. That is really good. It's got to be some mining related upgrades now, doesn't it? It's got to be, I think. We really need to improve our mining capacity. Yeah, so I think we're going to get load boost and then mining boost level 2. And after we've got both of them, then yeah, I think we'll probably pick up a secondary research module. By the time that we're doing that, we'll probably have close to the 250 research points that we need in order to buy a tech point. So yeah, I think we'll just keep on in this same vein. Okay, load boost 1. Boom, we've got it. Increase the carrying capacity of each mini-bot by 25%. So theoretically, we should be carrying just that little bit more fuel, a little bit more... I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what they're doing here. Some filling station. It's very strange. But I kind of dig it. I love the aesthetic. I love the way that it all looks. I love how sort of compartmentalized the whole thing is. And I think we're going to be able to get more floors, which is quite exciting as well. Right, keep selling, Potato. Don't chat too much. There we go. Right, mining boost level 2, so we should now have even faster miners and miners that carry even more juice on their way back to the storage. Storage cells store fuel before it's sold. Make sure you always have adequate storage capacity. Stores 100 units of fuel. Yeah, okay. I mean, I know that. I don't need more storage cells. I'm happy just to continue to sell stuff, to be honest. Like, that's not necessarily a problem. As long as I don't let it overflow, we'll be just fine. Okay, what's next in terms of upgrades? I think it's got to be another research module. I want to start pushing ahead with the tech stuff. Mana generation. Mana generation is going to cost me 3 power, and I only have 2 power, so I would have to compromise. I'd have to compromise something. Let's go down the sort of research route, at least for now. Maybe a research boost to just make those units a little bit more efficient. That would probably not be the craziest idea in the world. Now, I think we gotta get load boost number 2 and mining boost number 3, and then we can look at doing some of the other stuff, because this is all feeling quite good, at least at the moment. Load boost 2 acquired. Fantastic. Keep on selling. And there is the cash that we need in order to buy mining boost level 3, which I will absolutely happily take. Okay, cash is starting to look very, very good. Our storage is filling up very, very regularly now. We maybe do need to worry about the capacity, but that's only going to cost me 80 bucks to fix if I need to. Anyway, the research center has come back. We have got the resources that we need in order to get a tech point, which I will get. We have a singular tech point. The second tech point is going to be 335, and that should allow us to get a speed boost, or we could save up. We save up to get the third tech point, get mine capacity, increase the capacity of each mine to 2 mine bots. Now, here's the thing. The journey that's... Oh, sell. Do not let that overflow. That is bad, Potato. Keep selling at all costs, and yeah, we will buy an increase there. So I don't know what we can go up to now, but certainly that should make things just a little bit easier. Looks like we can go up to... Yeah, so it's 100%, so basically just doubles. We can now go up to 200 units of fuel, which is great. Anyway, research-wise, I'm thinking that mine capacity, saving up for 3 might not necessarily be a terrible idea. The reason being is that a lot of the distance, or a lot of the time that it takes for these robots to get around is the fact that they have to travel such a darn long distance to the furthest mines. It's all right for the couple of mine bots that have locations here, etc. But the further away stuff is a little bit annoying. But then again, doubles the movement speed. I mean, that will half the journey time for the furthest away robots. So, I mean, you can't really complain either way, can you? Load boost, I will take. Yep, we will absolutely do that. And then we will approach the second tech point here, which I think I will actually take the speed boost. Yeah. That is good. I think that is better because that will impact everyone in a really, really positive way. Because even the sort of mine bots that have to operate between the closest mines here, they will still benefit from a speed boost. So it feels like a good little thing to do. Right, what is next on the list? Mana generation. Do we want to explore mana generation? Maybe, but the problem is that mana is going to cost me at least 203 power, which means I'm going to, you know, I'd have to save for a little bit, but the money's not really the issue. It's the 3 power. Do I want to sacrifice my cash generation capacity? Oh, look, there it is. There's the information. Carry capacity is 1.95 units, and mining speed is 1.17 units per second. So yeah, what do we want to do? I'm gonna take mining again there. So mining speed is now just that little bit faster, which is pretty decent. I kind of like having this many units on the floor though. But then again, 100% boost to all fuel delivered by mine bots at the time of delivery. Provides 100% boost to all research points generated by research modules, or a mana buff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not overly bothered about any of those things individually. I do want to get some more. I do want to get some more research. So let's maybe get the research boost. So that will increase. That'll increase our research per cell, or per research module, I should say, up to 1.25 per second. It looks like tech points are going to become sequentially more and more expensive, which I think is fine. I mean, it's okay. Again, it's just whether or not I want to sacrifice some of my earning potential in order to go down another route. I'm not bothered about the storage cell. We absolutely do not need this. Revenue target, grid revenue. At the moment, we have made 6% of the 30,000. That can't be right. 6%? Well, 1% would be... Yeah, actually, I suppose that is true. 10% would be $3,000. So, yeah, we're just over halfway to 3,000, I suppose. Yeah, 6%. That makes perfect sense. But I do need to change up. I think we're gonna go and see if we can try and do some mana generation stuff. Let's turn off. Actually, hold on. I've just had an amazing idea. If I do get the additional mine capacity that would allow us to double up our robots, that means I can shut down half of these mines and get a whole bunch of power back. That is not the craziest idea in the world, actually. It's a bit of a distance, though. That's the thing. I'm 3 tech points away from getting mine capacity level 2. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shut you down, and then shut you down. That's fine. That deactivates another one. That's freed up 4 bits of power. We'll take you here. Great. You're going to start generating a little bit of mana. We need quite a lot of mana, as it turns out. We get 1 per second. And in order to get a mana boost, the buffs are here. In order to get a mana boost, we need 400 mana. That's an incredibly large amount of mana. I almost think that we're better... I'll take that. I almost think that we're better going into... Shut down another mine. Almost think that we're better going into research here. Yeah, more research where we can actually get a little bit more bang for our buck. So 601 points. I just don't like how I don't like how much I've sacrificed in terms of cash. But at least, you know, we've started the mana journey. That is what matters, I suppose. Anything else that I want to do in terms of cash? Probably just keep on spending in our mining center. That's probably where it's at. And there we go. Loot boost number 4. I will yoink quite happily. And we'll move on to trying to get mining boost number 5. Mining boost 5. Yoink. Thank you very much. Do we have enough for another tech point? We sure do. Speed boost 2. I don't want to double it again, although it is going to be useful. No, I'm going to save myself. For mine capacity 2, which is going to be super useful, I think, and will allow me to get... In fact, it'll allow me to just halve the number of mines and increase by 1 or 2 my number of robots. Sal, don't ever go over the top, Potato. Goodness gracious me. How many times do you need to learn that lesson? Too many, apparently. Either way, fine. Right. These are quite expensive. We're 10% of the way to where we need to be, though, so that's at least something. Research rate is 4.68. Mana generation, we're coming up on roughly 50% of where we need to be in order to get the mana buff. Alternatively, do we maybe stick around? Instead of getting the mana buff rate, we could get the tech buff rate. I don't hate that idea. Mana generation, I feel like it's just such a waste. I feel like it's such a waste to just get mana generation points. I mean, if I'm going to spend anything, it's probably on research boost or mining. And almost certainly mining, because that ends up paying dividends. There we go. Load boost number 5. So what are we up to in terms of capacity? Carry capacity is over 3 units, just, and mining speed is 1.83. That's fine. We're on a good path, I feel. And mining boost 6, thank you very much. I'll take it. We're almost, in fact, we've literally just passed it, almost the point where we can get our 3rd tech point. So, this is a big moment. We're able to get mine capacity. There we go. So they've actually all doubled, which is amazing. So we're only going to use the first 3 on either side. We can increase by 1 the number of robots we have here. And we can actually we can decrease the number of mines to that, which is good. So we now only have 6, which I think is really great. That will allow me to devote more resources to research, which I think is what I want, right? Yeah, definitely want to do that, at least for now. That's 2 additional thingies in research, 2 additional research modules in the research department. Am I hankering after another mining upgrade at the moment? It's about 800 bucks. It's quite a lot of investment. We got to be saving like a significant amount of time just by having these pumps all doubling up. I'm very, very satisfied with how that all works. Storage cells, should I get more storage cells or just boost the capacity of the storage cell? I'll boost it once, so we can now store up to, what is it, 300 or is it 400? I think it might be 400, actually. So we're, yeah, 20% is 80. 25%, yeah, it's 400. It's 400. Okay, that's cool. So I think 400 is enough. Yeah, your store is 400 units of fuel, so it says that here. And if we get another storage cell, which would cost us our last remaining power, we could store up to 800, which is quite a lot, actually, when you think about it. And it does mean that whenever I sell a good amount of fuel, it sells for more, and that makes me very, very happy. That's a satisfying result. Yoink the research boost. Yes, please. That takes us up to almost 2 research points per second per research module. So what is that, 10? Yeah, basically 10 research points per second, which is very, very comfortable. Means that we can try and pursue that speed boost. Looks like we can only get a doubling up once. That's fine. If that's the cost of doing business, then that's the cost of doing business. Mana boost. Do I want to start going down the mana boost route? Yeah, I think I actually kind of do. So that's up to 1.25 per second. Still, 3 power is such a large amount to spend. Buy that tech point. Okay, 1.44k is what we need in terms of research points in order to buy the next tech point. You know what? I'm going to get another storage cell. Aha! There's another little bar on the top here. So that's good. At least that means that I don't need to necessarily keep too close of an eye on things. I can kind of chill out a little bit. How many mines do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mines at either side that we could add more capacity to. I would love to meet the revenue target to increase the grid. Presumably increase the grid anyway, whenever we get to that point. But that is a little bit out of my depth at the moment. Halfway towards the next tech point. And then we're going to be able to double our speed again, which is going to be absolutely sublime. By the time that we do end up doubling the speed, I hope that I will have got a mining boost and perhaps a load boost. So yeah, let's aim for those. Load boost 6, yoink, thank you very much. And mining boost 7 is just around the corner. Okay, I've hit the 1.44. Or the 1.44. Boom, let's get it. Boom, let's get the speed boost. That is apparently all the upgrades that we can get at the moment. I've got to believe that there are more coming, although we can always scale down the number of research modules that we have if we want to. So that speed boost should be a pretty big increase, to be honest, in income. Mining boost, yep, we'll absolutely do that. That is fine. Do I care about any of this? Not really. I think we're... Yeah, maybe I do want to decrease, actually. Maybe I do want to decrease this. Take them all out of here. Take them all out of here. We get our money back anyway, so it's not like we're really losing anything at all by having that. One more, add 2. One more, add 2. One more, add 2. Brilliant. Right, that's not quite a 50% increase. In fact, no, take it back. It's an exactly 50% increase on the number of... Oh, sell. Don't overflow. Don't overflow. Please don't overflow. Yeah, it's an exactly 50% increase on what we had before. Increase the storage cap. Sure. And then let's see if we can try and pursue a mining boost again. I mean, what are we up to now? Mining speed is 3.58 units per second. And... carry capacity is 3.81. So it basically takes us a second to mine. And we mine a full load. I mean, literally instantaneously. Okay. Good news. We are almost up to the mana level for fuel. 100% boost to all fuel delivered by mine bots at the time of delivery. Multiple effects. Yeah, sure. We'll save up for fuel buff. We'll save up for fuel buff. The tech buff is no longer useful. At least it's not useful at this specific moment. So there's pretty much no reason in getting it. And the mana buff just feels like an absolute waste of time, effort, and energy. So boom, let's get that. So we're up to 200%. Okay. Aha, I see. Use. Boom, amazing. So we can only use one boost at a time. That is absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. So that gives us a 2x on our fuel cost, on our fuel sale. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. So that should make us an incredibly large amount of money. We're 36% towards the revenue target. I will buy some more upgrades with that. Thank you very much. I will absolutely buy some more upgrades with that. Will I buy an increased storage cell? No, I won't. I won't buy any more storage cells. I'll buy a cap boost, though. Sure, that seems like a good compromise to me. And then we can get a load boost. Fantastic. And that already feels like we're in a much better place. Mana generation-wise, 40,000... Wow, okay, 40,000 mana points in order to get the next level of fuel buff. That's a little bit out of... Ooh, look at this. We can upgrade the number of buff slots. That's maybe a good rationale to get another slot back, or to get some research stuff back, some research modules back. But I still can't really bring myself to, I can't bring myself to care about the mana. That's probably my fatal flaw in the whole operation. All I want to do is hit this revenue target, make some money, and it's not going to take us very long at all. Yeah. Trying to think. Can I get... I mean, I could get one more mine. I could reduce the number of storage cells that I've got, and then I could increase my number of robots. I mean, it does mean that I have to stay a little bit more on the ball, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. All right, onwards and upwards to the revenue target, which will not take very long. We are ever so close to hitting that revenue target. We are on 29.1 out of 30. Excellent. I've accumulated a good chunk of cheddar in the meantime as well, and I'm going to use that to upgrade my mining capability. And what do you know? You've exceeded the revenue target assigned for this grid. Your license is being upgraded to L2 accordingly. You're now eligible to acquire a level 2 grid. Okay. Don't mind if I do. How do I do that? How do I do that? Is it on grid? It is indeed. Okay, so I need 15k. Oh my god, I need mana. I need 7,500 mana. That is quite prohibitively expensive. Right. How do I try and change that around? I mean, we do get the mana buff. We get the mana buff, right? Which I can turn on for free, which is fine. I probably need to reduce the number of mines that I have down to something like that. Yeah, let's get some more mana going there. Let's get an amazingly large number of mana boosts. And then probably turn on the mana buff. Yeah, I mean, already, look at how slow. Look at how slow this is. It just feels so... It feels so lame. It feels so unbelievably lame now. I suppose that's the cost of doing business. Okay, we'll go into mana buff then. And that is 3.05 per second. Which is up to 18. So I've got 3, they do 9. And then it's doubled because of the buff, so we're up to 18 per second. I mean, I need flipping 17,000. Where is it? Sorry, not 17,000. 7,000. So that's no laughing matter. Am I gonna hit cash first, the cash target first, or am I gonna hit the other target? I think, you know what? What I'll probably do is I'll save my pennies. I'll save my pennies until, because this buff, this fuel buff, gives the bonus when it's delivered, not when it's sold. So I mean, it doesn't really matter because they're, you know, it's delivered instantaneously anyway. So I might as well sell because I have the, you know, I have the capacity to do so. Can I get one more? Yeah, sure. We'll get one more mine and one more robot because I've got 2 power spare. But yeah, I think I'll just sell. I think I'll just sell up to the point of 15,000, and then after that, I will make more investments in like mana boosting and then mining and whatnot, because I can buy more stuff, but I just need to get on top of things. I am so desperate to hit the level 2 number, the level 2 grid, that I have completely reconfigured things. I've got 9 mana generators here. And only, what, like 3 miners and 2 mines? Either way, it's worth it. Of course, the mana buff is in play as well. We can now nab ourselves a secondary grid. Ooh, this grid is a power supply of 64, allowing for a much larger scale of operations compared to the previous grid. As such, the new revenue target for this is $160 million. Right, okay. So, but grid 1 continues to work. Right. Let's have a very select think about this. Mana generation. Okay, so the mana generation boosts stay. Looks like research wise, you know what? Let's get cash. Let's just get cash coming in, right? It looks like we keep our upgrades, right? So that's good. Let's get up to 10 here. Max this out. Fantastic. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And we can head back to grid 1 at any time. And the amount of fuel that we have in grid 1 is different from grid 2. That is A-okay. So that's already looking pretty decent. We are overflowing. That is absolutely not what we want to see happening. But it looks like we need to get our storage upgrades here sorted. It looks like we can only have 1 buff available on all grids. So let's make sure that we're using the right buff, the fuel sale buff. That's what we're after. What do I want to be doing over here? I mean, I presume that the research points, yeah, it's the same to acquire the research points. So let's maybe get the tech buff, and let's remove the fuel buff, use the tech buff, stop this nonsense about generating mana on a nice even 5,000. And start making some progress in the tech department. Yet tech buff is already underway. Let's get that upgraded. Sure. Good. Right. So do I even need to do any mining here? It kind of seems like there's almost no reason to do any mining here. Yeah, cut down the number of mines that we have. We've got 6 more. Buy them all here. Yeah, get that tech point done immediately so that we can do some of the exciting sort of tech stuff on the 2nd level. This is where we're going to be making our money. At least that's what I think is what we're going to do. The tech points come through here, which is great. Aha, a 2nd generation of mine bots, 16 times the fuel carrying capacity and 16 times the mining speed. That is 16 tech points. And I'm not really that close, to be honest. Research boost. Yeah, so... In fact, there's nothing stopping us from having even more on this side, is there? Basically, no. Okay, buy the tech point, buy the buff slots. That's not a bad idea. The buff slots would allow us to make more money. And I probably want to get that before I mean, six points is a lot. Let's do it. Let's get a second buff slot. We'll use the fuel buff. So we've now got 2 active, which I think is perfect. Do I have the capacity? Yeah, I do. To get more. Do I want to get more mines? And more robots? I think I do. 1 and 2 more as well. Let's do it. 1, 2. I feel like I'm making a lot less money here. Why is that? Yes, it's because carry capacity is so darned low because I haven't upgraded any of the thingies here. So it looks like we need to get that all redone. So it's like some things move through the layers, but at least as long as I'm not worrying too much about what is happening here, then that is fine. Does mean that I have to sort of restart the whole mining process all over again, but if that is the cost of doing business, then that is the cost of doing business. Tech points are, I mean, going absolutely gangbusters here. This is phenomenal. Let's get 1 more of those. 1, 2, fantastic buff slots. 3 buff slots. I hate mana regen, so why would I worry about it? I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to continue. We're going to continue getting upgrades here. We can continue getting upgrades in the real world as well. Oh, it looks like we can just, yeah, buy the buff here. Yeah, weird how it kind of like some things go through and other things don't. Okay, that's fine. Sell. 1,000. Yep, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Okay, now we're up to 5 and 6. Already I can start to feel like we are accelerating here. A third floor upgrade adds a second mining floor to all grids. That seems great. Increase the capacity of each mine to 3 mine bots. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, though. That's so good. And we can get it as well. I don't need a second floor, right? I mean, I don't know what a second floor is going to do. But I feel like it's not going to be that useful. I feel like mine capacity is almost unquestionably better, because it means that we can cut down on the number of mines. There we go. And yeah, so that's us maxed out. That's us maxed out. I can, you know what I can do with that? I can get 2 more. I can get 2 more tech robots. That's fine. Absolutely sell, you silly idiot potato. Come on, you should be doing what you need to do. Right, what I really need now is DB2. I really need the 2nd generation of Minebot. I need the 6 tech points. Maybe I've been looking at this all wrong. Maybe I really need to be sort of pursuing mana in the first instance. Maybe I should just save up 40,000 mana points and then get the buff. I mean, it would be possible. I mean, it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Buy another tech point, fantastic. Buy another research boost. What's the number? We need 1.5. 1.53. How much do we produce? 2.4 per second. Research rate is 78, and it's 62 here. So, it's comparable. It's definitely comparable. Not quite where it needs to be, but that's okay. Mining boost we will take. I'm perfectly content just to throw all of my cash into the mining capability of this floor. This is the money floor. This is the money grid. The green grid is the money grid, and that's what we like to see. Fuel storage, 800 in fuel storage. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely accumulating quite quickly here. Research boost, fantastic. That's going to take me up to 78, and now we're on 78.1. Fantastic. So we've actually got 16 robots in there and 16 robots in here, which is beautiful because that means that we now have complete research parity in both departments. Right. 2nd tech point. But the 2nd tech point, I mean, it feels like we're so darn far away. It feels like we're so darn far away from getting the DB2. But I gotta try. I gotta try and get it. And in the meantime, we'll keep on getting ourselves some mining boosts. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to care about mana. And the target revenue, 160 million. Hoo-wee, that's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. I kind of just want to go for this floor upgrade. I've got 3 tech points available. It's gonna set me back, but you know what? We'll do it. Okay, so I mean it's pretty worthless unless we somehow miraculously manage to find. Stop overloading, potato. Unless we somehow manage to find. Actually, no, tell you what, it's not worthless. Reduce the number of mines that we have, reduce it to 4, increase it to 4 over here, and then increase this to 8. This will, by a very small amount... Why have we got 12? Oh, yeah, increase that to 12, because now we can, of course, manage 3 on each little mine. That will actually make a difference, because it means that they're running half as far, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it just doesn't feel like the most sort of stratospheric, groundbreaking change that we're likely to see. Of course, it also happens on floor 1, but that doesn't really matter. I will take mining boost. So I think we're almost matching where we were on grid 1 with grid 2, which is kind of cool. Happy with that. Research-wise, I think we are on 97 research rate here. I think I've also upgraded... Yeah, I also upgraded this. You know what? We can upgrade that again. 122 research points here. Nice. 2.4. Yeah, 2.43. I will take that. And we will get ourselves our next tech point. I'm still after DB2, even though I've been slightly set back. That is slightly unfortunate in that regard. In one regard, but in the other regard... It's actually all right. Keep selling. I need to get this upgraded. I am bad. I'm bad. There needs to be an auto sell function. I need to be able to buy an auto sell function. I'm sure that it might be coming later, but it's not available yet, and that keeps me on a constant state of attention. Do I need anything else? No, I don't need anything else in Grid 1, with the exception of the research boosts, which I will take whenever they're available, because it's a great way of increasing the number of tech points that I'm getting. And I do need tech points. Although part of me feels like maybe we should just abandon this big old push to get tech points. But DB2 is going to make such a big old difference. But if I hadn't bought floor 2, then we'd already be there, you know? So, oh well, we keep going. All right, officially... Tech points, we've got 2. This is not good. Is not good. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get out of the tech point business on grid 2. And instead, we're going to go increase by 2, increase by 2. There we go. Max that out. Where does that leave us? 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is as full... We can move this. That is as full as we can possibly get to. So, cash-wise, we are going to go all in on cash. We're going to remove the tech points bonuses. We're going to enable the mana bonuses. And then we are going to take everyone out here. And we're going to put everyone into mana boosting this area. And then we're going to get this boosted as many times as we can. We're going to head back, sell fuel, because we never want to run out of fuel. Increase... the cash generation machine. Yeah, I mean, we want to be generating as much cash as we possibly can in this vicinity. Give me a cap boost so that I can flick back to grid number 1 and keep an eye on things. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while to get the upgraded mana buff at 20,000 points, but I think it's worth doing just to get the tech buff. I think working with the 300% tech buff would be great. Working with the increased mana buff would be really, really good too. We can explore some additional mana sort of shenanigans on grid level 2 if we want. But I think for now I'm pretty content just to let this sucker go in terms of cash. Yeah, I think we just want cash. On this level, anyway. What can we store? We can store up to 6,400 units. So it's a pretty darn good amount of cash that we can store. And as long as we keep on upgrading our mining capability, then that will be great. 8,000? Yeah, I mean, we are 0% of the way to 160 million. I mean, a million. And we've only made 86k from this grid. The first grid, we made 49k. I mean, there's, we could return and reconfigure it for cash, but I don't think I will. I think we're probably much more likely to stay here, given that we've got, you know, all of this set up. We got it all sort of ready to go. But yeah, I mean, 0% of the way there. We're not really very deep in, are we? We're not really very deep in at all. Do I want to get anything here? No, I think we just save up for mining. Save up for mining, mana generation. Yeah, we will get that whenever we can. That takes us up to 119 per second. We're almost to the point where we can get the mana buff. I think it's worth getting the mana buff on 20k. In fact, we can buy it from here, which I suppose we can do. Doesn't really make much of a difference to me. The buff slots, I feel like I don't need that. I feel like I don't need it. It's not like we're splitting all of our attention. We're either all in on mana or all in on tech. Or, you know, and hopefully a little bit in on cash as well. Load boost, boom, fantastic. I do feel like cash-wise, by just consistently focusing up on the mining effort, we're making a good old dent in our progress. However, here, we can get that mana buff, which is great. Aha! Mana buff. Oh, my goodness, they stack. Oh, well, that changes the equation. I tell you what, give me a third buff slot, and then use the mana boost. So, what does that take us up to? So, I go from 59 up to 119, up to 178, up to 200... Yes, I know it's overloading. Up to 230 to 238 mana per second. Okay, wow. That's powerful. And we can get another buff slot as well, which would give us even more tech. Okay, this is good. This is good. Now we're cooking with gas, as they say. I think I still want to keep investing in mining here. This is still a really, really good investment to make. But first grid is going to go all in on mana regen. Or mana gen, I suppose. It's not regenerating, is it? There we go. 238 up to 298. Yes, this is good. This is good. This is feeling very, very, very juicy indeed. So we can buy the tech buff at 200%, which I'm absolutely going to do. But we can also get the fuel buff. Or we can get the fuel buff very, very soon indeed if we get 40,000 points. You'll note, by the way, that the next level of mana buff is 1 million. Just a casual million. Right, so that's the fuel buff that we've got. Do I want to use it? That's the thing. I don't think I do. I think we want to... Well, I can switch the fuel buff into 200%. Like, we can at least get better value, but I can get the 100 and the 200% going at the same time if I'm very much money inclined, which I am. Let's get mana boost here. Yep, so we can get a little bit more mana because I want to square this tech buff upgrade away and then convert the first floor back to tech generation as quickly as I can, because now the prospect of getting additional buff slots and, most importantly, DB2 seems very, very doable indeed. I mean, already I can feel like we're having to click sell much more frequently, which is a lovely, lovely problem to have. Okay, the tech buff, 200%. Yep, let's get it. So 1 million, 1.5 million, etc. That's quite a bit of a ways away. Let's head back to here. Let's decrease this. Let's make sure that we don't overflow in the grid over here. Yep, quickly back. Buy research boosts as much as we possibly can and get as many research points up and running as we can. Again, make sure that we don't go over the top. We're going to remove both of the mana buffs, and then we're going to use both of the tech buffs. What does that put us up to? 596 research points per second. We need 23 in order to get the next level here. Let's do it. That takes us up to 745. Hey, that is really, really good. So, I mean, at this point, we can kind of think about whether or not we want to... I mean, do we want to reconfigure this operation here? I do have, like, a level 8 research center, which is not quite as good as the level 12 on the first grid. But, I mean, the more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. Overflow, yeah, overflow. And it is a little bit to worry about. We'll drop that by a few. Sure, because I do want to keep making money. I do want to keep making money in very, very large quantities here. Right, so that's up to 149. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing to write home about, but it's fine, and it's boosted by the buffs, and that's what really matters. Right, 48,000 in order to get the next tech point. That's fine. We're gonna still crank a few points into mining here, but it's almost certainly more worthwhile for us to get a research boost upgrade here. Yep, sell that. Research boost upgrade for 37,000 is far and away the most useful, and in fact, it's going to be what gets us over 1,000 points. Do I need another buff slot? I really don't. It would be nice for the cash, but I mean, it's really not worth it. Yeah, what I want to see is a research rate above 1,000 per second. Up to 931, that's really quite darn close, isn't it? I suppose cumulatively we're now over 1,000 per second, which is great, because we need so many darn points in order to get DB2. Oh well, we continue. Just want to highlight getting research boost number 14 here. That's going to take me up to 1.16k research points in just the first grid area. Boom, that is our third point. Yeah, this is looking good. I mean, it does kind of beg the question: is what the heck is the point of having 149? What's the point of having 149 research points here when I make 10 times more in the next area? It's almost actually worth me just getting these guys out of here and putting them in. There we go. Hold on. We've got 9 there, back down to 8. Increase that back to there. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's actually more worthwhile, to be honest, because the more money that we have, the more quickly we can reach the next research boost, which will just increase things immeasurably. I'm going to take 2 upgrades in storage because we need to increase our storage. We have already got a 4th research point. Holy cow, this is going crazy. This is going absolutely crazy. So 116,000, and we basically get there in, what is that, 100 seconds? We get there in 100 seconds, so that's like a minute. That's like a minute and a half of real world time in order to get this tech point. That is ludicrous. We're producing a lot here. And hopefully by that time, we will also have the next research boost. So, yeah, let's do it. All right, pretty big milestone here. 142k in the bank. Boom, we're up to 1.45. Very nice. We can also nab ourselves our 5th tech point. 156,000. Fine. We can absolutely do that. No worries. I mean, we are making money hand over fist. This feels like an illegally large amount of money that we're making here. This is excellent. Very, very happy with how this is all coming together. And we've not even activated the first fuel buff yet. I do want to get the next buff slot. I definitely want to get that. I just don't want to get it right now. I think definitely the priority is DB2. Well, 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 would you look at that? That is our 6th tech point, and boom, we get DB2. What does that mean? Do they just automatically get boosted? I guess they do. Or do I still need to invest in them? Double the movement speed, half the power requirement of the DB2 Minebot? I mean, I guess that's good, because that means that we can get way more bang for our buck. Yeah, I mean, we still need 2 tech points in order to do that, though, so that's a little bit of a ways away. We can take that, we get up to 1.81 per second, which is really quite impressive. Yeah, am I saving for efficiency? Efficiency to free up even more of these bad boys? Oh, I see. We have to replace them individually. That's fine. That is fine. That makes perfect sense. Okay, let's start cutting back. And then we get 1. Aha, you're green now. Okay. That's good to note. We do need 4 of these. Fine. So we basically want to completely replace our fleet. So carry capacity is 363 units. Mining speed is 341 per second. So that is a huge increase. I mean, an absolutely gargantuan increase. The problem is, though, is that I just do not have the cash to make this all happen. Not at once, anyway. The good news, however, is that with this, we can vastly cut back on the number of mines that we've got. I mean, we quite literally will only need 2 mines, maybe 3, whatever, to deal with all of this capacity. I mean, that's crazy. Look at the difference there. Carry capacity 22 units versus 363 units. Wow. Okay, well that's both mines filled up to the brim with the best in the business. That's good. Do we keep on with the tech points? I guess we keep on with the tech points so that we can get the efficiency upgrade. I mean, I still think it's great. Having the requirement will free up loads of resources for us. We are going to do the same over here. There we go. Get 2 of those. I mean, basically just remove them all. Yeah, remove them all. Increase. Decrease. What do we need? 25k? I mean, we'll get that in no time at all. Fantastic. And then we are left with 6, which we'll reduce. We'll also reduce the number of mines to just 2. Decrease, decrease, sell. Yep. Increase. And then we just need 1 more. And we will have basically completely retired. I mean, we have completely retired the DB1 bot. And I think it's better. I think it's better in literally every way. Yeah, okay, so that's good. But it is a bit of a downgrade. I mean, everything feels a little bit slower, a little bit less exciting, a little bit less sexy, you know. Maybe we'll get some more storage cells just to make things look a little bit better, and it means that when I click the sell button, we sell a lot more at once. Tech buff. Do I want to keep the tech buff in play? I kind of do. I kind of like the tech buff, and we need it right now. So there's no real reason not to. We need 280,000 points in order to get the next level. Load boost, mining boost. I'll take the mining boost and the load boost because I've got the cash. Yeah. I mean, we could always get ourselves another mine and then another 1. I mean, I can cut back on the number of storage cells that I've got. Whoops. We need 1 more. Yeah, 1 more. So that's good at least. I think we still have capacity for an additional robot to go over here. But that's all going to come from the efficiency savings that we're going to make in about 10 seconds by my very rudimentary mathematics. I'll take the load boost as well. What does that take us up to? It's got to be significant. Yeah, 500. We've almost doubled it, actually. Carry capacity, 568. Mining capacity, 427. That is huge. I do think it's a good thing that we've now got a few storage cells that just do a little bit more stuff. I'll take efficiency. That's going to free up 28. I mean, that is absolutely gargantuan. Absolutely gargantuan. 1 more mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's us at capacity. We got 3 on each. Yep, sell. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go all the way up to 12 here. We need 2 more loads of 25k. That's fine. And that leaves me with 5 chips. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. So we got 3 robots on everything. Okay, great. Oh, also, look at this. We've achieved 1% grid revenue. That is excellent. Buy a few upgrades here so that we can hopefully click the sell fuel button a little bit less frequently. And then return back to World 1. So we can get DB... We can get DB2s here. Doesn't look like we can get research module level 2s quite yet. Efficiency level 2, half the power again. That just frees up more. It literally just frees up more cores. The speed boost is good. I mean, it increases our income, which is nice. Should I be doing all the research here? And the research here does seem fine. We can obviously do more. We can have 400,000. Holy cow. I must have increased my cap boost by a pretty significant amount. That's very nice. Yeah, we can clearly do more. We can clearly do more on the sort of second grid, but it's about whether or not it's worth doing anything other than cash here. Load boost, mining boost, load boost, and another mining boost, which we can do very, very shortly indeed. Yeah, maybe we start putting some of our some of our spare thingies to work over here. Research boost is already up to 11. Can increase that a couple of times. You know what? We should definitely increase it over here. Yeah, so it takes that up to 2.27, I should say, which is a very, very comfortable place to be. Cut the storage cell capacity by 1. Increase the number here. Cell boost. Yeah, this is almost money down the drain for nothing, to be fair. But at the end of the day, it is a few more tech points, and that is what matters. Yeah, efficiency 2, I guess. Efficiency level 2 is absolutely worthwhile. We're not going to save as many gears this time. We'll only get some, but it's still absolutely worth doing. What's the cost of this? 372? I think it's probably worth, yeah, just getting another upgrade here. Yep, so that's up to 2.84. Now, obviously, we can only have 32 power here, so we are kind of limited in that regard. It'd be nice if we had the ability to get ourselves, like, a power upgrade for our robots that we had on the first floor. Yeah, I'll take mining boost. Yeah, that seems like a very sensible thing to do. Mining boost and then maybe another load boost. I feel like the buffs are super valuable if I can get them. Yeah, but we're not really looking for anything in specific right now. Get the load boost, sure. Yeah, we're not really looking for anything in specific at the moment. We're just looking to upgrade the mining capabilities here. We're looking to get a few more tech points, and it's slowly but surely becoming a heck of a lot more expensive to do. The real question is, after we get this tech point for quite a lot of research points, what's next? What is next? We've hit, by the way, 2% of grid revenue, so that's really nice. It's what comes after that. It's what comes after that. I think we probably focus on cash and maybe a little bit of mana. We could go back to producing mana on this level over here. I say level, the first grid, which may very well be worth it. What do we need for the research boost here? 588,000. Yeah, that's very, very doable. I do like these DB2 robots though. They are absolutely sick. I think they are fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Tech point, acquire, then we buy the efficiency upgrade, and then we can maybe go back to mana, or maybe not. We'll see. Okay, we can get our tech point. Fantastic, we'll do it. Speed boost, efficiency. Yeah, it's got to be efficiency. That frees up 24 glorious, and I must say, glorious power cores. 1, 2. I mean, yeah, just max everything out here. 1, 2. Max everything out here again. That takes us up to 6 and 18. 6 and 18 in every instance. That is effectively a doubling. Well, not quite a doubling. Like a 66% increase. Which is good. I want to go all in on cash now. We should maybe continue to do a bit of research, but maybe not as quite aggressively as we did before. I think cash is king. That's what they say, isn't it? Cash is king. And in fact, we can still get... Flippin' heck. Okay, we are now making... We're now making big money here. Yeah, we can still get... We can still get some tech points. I just need to be making... I need to be making a more concerted effort to get some more cash. The real question is that after I have all the cash that I want in the world, what comes next? You know what? Increase the... Do I care about research here? I mean, maybe I should go after... Maybe I should go after mana. I mean, 675,000 is a lot, but it's what comes after that, right? Like, it's cumulatively quite a lot. And it does sort of all add up. However, I mean, if I take that out there, I mean, we can maybe we go into mana production here, and then we can keep one in tech. Sure, we'll remove the tech bonus. Keep selling, and then buy as many mana boosts as we can here. Cut everyone out of here. Yep. Great. And then we should be able to get loads and loads and loads of upgrades. Yeah, loads and loads of upgrades. This is fully loaded. We'll keep that in there. Yep, back to here. Boom. 1.35 million, just like that. That's very, very respectable. How much mana are we getting? 57 from this level. That is unbelievably lame. We're getting 1.33 here. How long is it going to take to reach a million? Probably about 1 billion years, if I had to guess. Probably about 1 billion years. I mean, research is not really going anywhere. But I mean, what else is there to do? I mean, we can get some more mining boosts, which is great. It means that we can make money quicker, which is also great. Yeah, I guess upgrade the mana boost here. So mana generation is now 341, which is nothing to sniff at, but I mean, it's hardly amazing. Let's remove the fuel buff, and instead let's get the mana buff. So that takes us up to 454. We still make decent money here, which is nice. Let's actually reduce that, and then reduce that as well, so that we can get another mana thing. Sure. Cash-wise, we need 1.3 here. Okay. Yeah. 1.3 is not necessarily the end of the world. Okay, I tell you what, we're actually very, very well on the way to the next mana buff level. We're probably going to buy the mana buff level, so we're going to get the 300. In fact, we're going to get everything. We're going to get the 300, sell. We're going to get the 100, the 200, and the 300. We'll remove the fuel buff temporarily, I suppose. And that will give us some absolutely obscene number. We're already getting 2.27. But then from there, I suppose we can use that to transition and get more tech points. Because I think it is tech points that we want, right? We want those additional buff slots. We want that speed boost. I mean, the revenue goal just seems so unbelievably far away right now. 8% of the way there. We've only made 13 million. I say only 13 million. It's increasing quickly and quietly, but it's not a huge amount. Not a huge amount. But then again, you know, every time I click the button, we see another 5k into the bank account, which is very respectable. 867, that's good enough for me. Fantastic. Okay, so 1,000 in the second grid, over 2,000, almost 3,000 in the first grid. We're about halfway to 1 million. Very, very nice indeed. Mana buff acquired. Very, very nice. Let's remove the fuel buff and instead use the mana buff. So it's going to take us from 1.1 in this world and 3.46 in this world to what? 6k? 6k and 2k. Fantastic. I mean, that's absolutely what we love to see. We're not going to be making quite as much cash, but that's fine. You know, we still have enough to actually get some pretty significant upgrades here. Also get an upgrade here. That adds 500 points per second. Yeah, so we now need to hit 1.5 and 2 million in order to get the tech. In order to get the tech buff and then the fuel buff, which I think I'll probably just do. I'll do them both together, I would imagine, and then we can return to tech points, and we can see what we can. We'll see what we can do in the tech point department. 3.5 million mana in the bank. Let's get the fuel buff, let's get the tech buff, and then let's reposition. Oh yeah, I also cut all of the DB2s from the second floor here because I really wanted to focus on mana. Let's reposition all of my mana nonsense. There we go, all 39 of them into tech here. Boom, let's get that at least sorted. Let's get mana buffs removed. Let's get the tech buffs instead installed. That's up to 3.78, but with a few upgrades, we can get up to 10k per second, which is really very, very good. And that's not even as good as, I think, the first floor, where we can actually do a little bit more than that. Let's do this. What are we up to? We're up to 7.7. Okay, maybe I misspoke. Yeah, we do. Actually, to be fair, we do have more active research modules on the second floor here, but that's fine. Right, 1 tech point already acquired. We're making tech points like crazy now. 7 times the tech buff is pretty darned sick. So we're already a third of the way towards our next tech point. What are we spending that on, though? That's the real question. The buff slots for the cash. I mean, yeah, we do need cash. I mean, we're at 13% of grid revenue right now. We still have a ways to go. So buff slots would be good in that regard. The speed boost is also good for cash. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably about 50-50. Maybe we'll go for buff slots. But then again, I mean, depending on what we're focusing on, it doesn't really matter. If we... There we go, we've got it. Let's actually go for speed. Let's go for the speed boost. Sure. I think that's actually better for us because buff slots, we can turn all three on at once, which I think is basically the sort of same as. I mean, yeah, I think we want to go for the next speed boost, and then after we finish up with this... Oh, we got one more... cog to use. I suppose we could use it in storage cell. Ah, whatever. Don't bother. I'll take the mining boost here, which is grand. Maybe should have got the research boost, but it doesn't particularly matter. What is it? 9.2 here, 7.7 here, and we need 1.4 million in each category in order to boost us. I mean, we're making good money right now, even though we don't have any of the fuel boosts on. 1.2 million for the next tech point, and then presumably like 1.4 after that. I think we save our points, we get a second speed boost. I think that's what we're gonna do. Right, just got that second tech point. I think the next speed boost is, yeah, what we want. So that has maxed us out on the speed front. I think we wanna now basically just switch over and try and cash in as much as we possibly can. That does mean that we could probably restart the production on floor 1. Does mean that I'm going to constantly have to, you know, flick between the two different floors. But, I mean, if I'm going to be removing all of these boosts, then we might as well get the job done and do it properly, you know? There we go. Okay, fuel boost. Oh, my lordy, that is quick. That is so quick. That is so quick. Okay, buy some mining upgrades, buy some cap boost upgrades so that I don't have to constantly babysit this. Let's empty out the research modules here. 3, we want 6 there, which means that we need the maximum number. Add 1, add 3, add 1, add 3, add 1, add 3, add 1, add 2, or 3, whatever. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's really good. So now we're making some really, really good money, and we've moved from, what, like 14 to 19% in no time at all. Gives us a good opportunity to perhaps invest in some of our load boost and our mining boost. I can, and I probably should, just empty this area out, because there's pretty much no reason to keep it active. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, overflow. Yeah, I know, sell. Okay, back here. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 12, fine. There we go. Get everything in there. Yes, I know we're overflowing. Oh my giddy aunt, we're going to be overflowing in both areas. So much. Right, bye. Good. Good. Okay. We clearly need to do many, many more upgrades to get this competitive. Fine, sell fuel. Buy some more boosts here, or buy some more, yeah, cap boosts, should I say, so that we can actually try and maintain this. Okay, we basically just doubled our grid revenue within about 10 seconds. That's quite strong. That's quite strong, I would say. And I can get the mining boost upgraded. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So we've used up all of our power on this floor. We've used up all of our power on this floor. That's 6 million. We just made 6 million. I mean, we literally just made 6 million. That is 1% of the entire revenue target. 6 million in one single fell swoop. And, oh, look, there's another 3 million. And that's 0.5% of the progress. So that's pretty decent, you could say. Right, load boost, and then a mining boost. There we go. Fantastic. Sell. And then sell up here. Good, good. Good. One more. 3.28. Let's do it. Fantastic. Nice. Yeah, so... Grid revenue, yeah, we've already hit that 100% there. That's fine. Oh, I guess the grid revenue is just here? It looks like we have to make the... revenue in this specific grid. I mean, not like it really matters at all, actually. I think we're fine to not do that. But it does kind of make me question whether or not it's worth just changing what we do here around. Could go back and do some more research stuff, but again, why bother? I think I'd much rather just make more cash, put the cash into the mining grids, into the mining upgrades in the second grids. Yeah, because they're getting quite expensive now. But we're already 57, sorry, % of the way across the line, so that's pretty nice. So we have made 92 million. We've made 20 million here. I tell you what, Grid 1's maybe not catching up, but it's doing a pretty good job. Across the 100 million threshold, very, very nice indeed. And what, 1 or 2 more upgrades will sort me out up to level 29 on both of those. That's fantastic. Right, onwards and upwards, 160 million. Here I come. Okay, we're on 98% of grid revenue here, 158 million. Boom, we are up to grid number 3, which is very, very nice indeed. Oh my goodness, we're already overflowing here. Yeah. What do we need for grid 3? We need 80 million and 4 million flippin' mana. Okay, well, you know what? Let's get the 80 million first. And then let's go back and get the mana. The 80 million is going to be the very easiest piece of the puzzle to get. And in fact, you know what? Let's maybe get there, but let's get there slightly slower. So 80... So, sorry, 4 million is what we need. Okay, 4 million mana is actually not going to take too long at all. I've actually had 4 million mana before. The 80 million we can do very, very rapidly. We're just going to save up. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna invest a little bit more. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna get maybe another mana boost here just to make things a little bit quicker. I'm gonna save up to 80 million. I'm gonna convert everything here into mana generation capability, and then we are gonna get to grid level 3, making sure that I sell all of my fuel at all times. Alright, we have acquired the goods. Grid L3, come to Papa. Fantastic. Okay, do I want to stick around doing... Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. We got research module level 2. We got mana module, mana generator module level 2. We got the floor upgrade level 3. Mine capacity, we can go up to 4. Heck yes. Okay, we have 128 power here. This is fantastic. 258 gillion? I don't even know. I don't even pretend to know. Right. We are currently doing mana. I mean, do I care about mana generation? Mana generation is good. It is useful. We need 50 million in order to make it. I mean, maybe we instead buy as much as we possibly can here. That takes us up to level 24. And then maybe we just punt a whole bunch, and by a whole bunch I mean maybe we just punt them all, excluding that. Yeah, maybe we just punt that into there. I mean, that puts us up to 49k. Yeah, with all the mana buffs, 49k, basically 50k here. That's 100k, and then 11k, which is, I mean, really, you know, kind of our limit here. We can maybe do with like one more upgrade here, but I think honestly, yeah, I think we save up and we get the mana buff level 4, and then that means that we can get the tech buff and the fuel buff, which I think is just going to save a whole bunch of time if we are, you know, going after all of these tech points with the tech buff already in play. Yeah, perfect. That is 50 million mana points. That took a little bit longer than I anticipated. So we don't actually have the ability to get 5 buffs into place. But with that, we can 10x our mana generation, which is quite nice. It's good. That definitely makes a difference. Honestly, though, that did take like a ridiculously long time. But see, the thing is, I'm invested now. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. I got to get 75 million in order to get the tech buff. And then, yeah, I think after we get the tech buff, we go all in on the tech points. We get the buff slots so that we can actually benefit from that additional buff point. And then we'll be able to think about the order that we want to probably do things in. Right, it took a while, but 75 million in the bank. Let's get that locked and loaded. Yeah. Do I want to do that right now? I think what I actually want to do before we jump into the tech sort of progress, I've got all of this stuff to assign over here. I think I want to make a little bit of money. I think I want to try and make a little bit of cash. Let's cut back on our mana generation. There's no way that I can batch remove them, but that's fine. We're gonna get a few DB2s. Let's increase that by 2. That's fine. Overflowing already. Make sure that we can increase that at least somewhat. Increase that to 4, 5, however many it is. I mean, to be fair, we could probably go all the way up to a pretty significant number. Let's also cut back on the mana regen here. And go back to making money. Oh my goodness, I actually need to sell this in order to get some more cash in through the door. Am I doing... Yeah, I'm doing the fuel buff, that's fine. Let's cut back here as well, even though it's gonna make pretty much no difference, to be honest, to our overall situation. Yeah, sell for 400k. Okay, great. Fine. Let's get that all stacked up. How many can we afford? Probably quite a lot. Probably quite a lot. And you know what? When we sell up to 3-point-something million, that will be enough to fund our entire expansion here, which is great. Up to... There we go. Up to... I think we just need... Yeah, there we go. That's as much as we can do. I think we just need, like, a lot of money before we are going to be able to... There we go. We just need a lot of money before we're able to really push on. That's a bit daft, Potato. You've got plenty more capacity here. There we go. Up to 10. How far can I go? I can go all the way. I can go all the way. Let's go all the way. Sure. 16 there. Make sure that we're selling up to 37 million. Very nice. Up here, we can go up to 16, and I think that's every area maxed out. Very, very cool. So, we clearly need to increase the load boost. We clearly need to increase the mining boost. All of which I'm going to do. Look at how long it takes, because I have enough. I've got... What's their capacity? I don't know what their capacity is right now. That is incredible. That is incredible. That's very, very funny. Right. Sell. Make sure that we're selling. There we go. Back up to 20 million or so. Sure, yeah. Get the mining boost all sorted. That gives us a pretty consistent sort of revenue stream. That is nice. So, yeah. I think what I want to do before we jump into a sort of hardcore research mindset, I want to make a little bit of money. Excuse me? Did I not? I did not get the guys on this floor. That's fine. Go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Make sure you don't overflow, and in fact get 1, 2 upgrades, just so that I can leave it alone a little bit more and come back when the time is right. Okay, so it's not gonna make much of a difference doing it on grid number 1, but it's fine. It's fine. Right, what was our target? 200. Oh yeah, 240 gigillion. It's a lot. It's a lot. Right, I need to make some money. I need to upgrade my research capacity, because we are absolutely going to be going all in on research in just a second. We're overflowing. Don't overflow, please. Don't overflow. Yeah, going to be going all in on research, so making sure that we have got plenty of research levels in all 3 departments is going to be very, very important. There we go. We got 2.17 million research points in order to get a tech point. That's fine. I think we probably want to get to like maybe level 30. I don't know. Maybe level 20, maybe level 27 here. I mean, maybe we don't want to completely overdo it. There we go. There we go. Nice. I do like how much money I'm making though. This feels very, very juicy. Very, very good. I mean, we're gonna make the most research points from this level. So let's be sensible about it. Let's absolutely be sensible about it. We need to get buff slots. That has got to be our first opportunity. But thinking through our research runway. Yoink that. What's it going to be? Mine capacity is great. Buff slots is definitely required because we're currently, you know, we can currently only have 3 of the 4 tech boosts available to us, so we clearly need to do a little bit about that. What do I need here? I need 90 million in order to get this all sorted. That's fine. I can do that. And 36 million here. Yeah, fine. We can do 90 and 36 million. But then after that, I mean, the upgraded research generation, they're 12 times faster than the Gen 1 modules. I think that's probably our... Yeah, so buff slots, then immediately we jump into the upgraded research machines. Yes. And then the mana modules. I mean, I like the idea of the mana modules, but I hate the idea of mana modules, because, I mean, who actually cares about mana, even though it is really powerful? And perhaps if I got them earlier, I wouldn't have to wait such a bleeding long time in order to get it all... in order to get it all coming together. Right, here's what we're going to do. Cut down the number of mines. Excellent. Increase the number of research modules. Yep, let's start the process. Start the process here. Brilliant. I know, we're still making money here. Let's cut down the number of mines here. Cut down the number of mines here. And get the research going. Get the research going, gangbusters. On floor 1. Floor 3, we can maybe keep slightly... I mean, do I need anything here? I mean, I don't really... I suppose I could get some mining upgrades. Yeah, don't really feel compelled to worry about that right now. We've still got 33 power here, so that is absolutely what I need to do. Get that all sorted. Great. And sell one more. 142 million. Do I want to get 142 million? Nah, you know what? I don't actually care. Right, cut this all off and start researching. Start researching. We're going to have a really, really decent research rate just in general. So our research rate is 20k right now anyway. Let's cut this back to... Yep. And then just pummel them all in here. Pummel them all in here. Right, so at base... That is actually so tall that it is off the screen from the base position. Let's remove. So we're going to go from 41,000 on this one, 16,000 here. Is that it? 16,000? Oh, we can buy 90 million. Okay, up to 20,000, fine. I suppose we do have 128 power here, and we are maxing it out. Let's get the tech buffs in place. We're going to choose the top 3 tech buffs, and that's going to take us up to 413,000. That, I think, means that we immediately get, like, 1, 2, 3 tech points. We get that second, or that 4th buff slot. We get it boosted by 1 little bit more, and then that's another tech point. That's already up to 2. Do I want a 5th buff slot? No, I don't. Am I resolutely focused on getting a research module level 2? Heck yes, I am. And we're going to use the power of editing to get to that point right now. Oh boy, it's right now. There we go. Fantastic. Get it. Bang it in there. It's 40 million. It's 40 million for 1. That's a little bit cheeky. That's really cheeky, in fact. I don't like that. That's too cheeky. Right, cut back on all of this nonsense. I need 40 million. I need 40 million. At least we got the additional buff slots, right? Like that's the main thing. So remove all this. Forget this. Go back to fuel. Yes, I know it's annoying that we need to set it all up again, but in fact we can just max this out. Set this up, get it all sorted, and make me some money. And then after I've made a little bit of money, we can start converting the RM1s to the RM2s. So this generates 646 per second. This generates 7.75. That is huge. I mean, it is doubly expensive, and I don't think there's an efficiency upgrade available, but who really cares when it's going to be making us about 1 billion research points? I cannot wait. Let's get a few more in here. I mean, we're still going to have a bunch of spare power. Fine, that's good. We've got 3 fuel buffs. We only have 3 at the moment. That's fine. Okay. You're still on research mode. Can I really be bothered changing you around? Not really, to be honest. Maybe I should change here first. It's 20,000. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I should do with my earlier 2 grid levels. Research level 30. I mean, yeah, actually, switch you over first. Switch you over first. There's pretty much no reason not to. We get 1. That takes us up to... I mean, exactly where we were, but I now am saving half of the cores, which is quite nice. Okay, well, I do need more money, but that's at least something. That's at least gonna give us some forward momentum. Okay, I just worry how long it's gonna flip and take. DB3 is 6 research points. No, I need to be prioritizing. I need to be prioritizing the stuff that gets me money. That's another tech point there, which I inadvertently unlocked. And I've got my fuel buffs on, and I'm still making a heck of a lot. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that research rate is exactly the same. So we're level 30. We're level 30 here. We're level 30 here. I might as well start converting this part of town into the new stuff. Okay, that's cool. That actually gives me a lot more confidence to just go absolutely ham and just say, right, well, we're gonna do all of our little robots here. I'm also gonna, you know what? Screw it. I'll put my fourth boost, or my fourth buff on the tech boost, which is really gonna help out. Sell that. So yeah, grid number 2 is going to be the first case. We now make 200,000. We now make 200,000 per second. We now make 200,000 per second with, like, I mean, how much is coming from level 2s? Basically 3/4. Like 50%? Just a bit more than 50%. That's really quite respectable, to be honest. So next tech point is 22 million. But I'm gonna keep making money. I'm gonna keep making money. We're gonna keep converting things over. There we go. And eventually we're going to get, hopefully, to a research rate of over 1 million. That's what I'm at least excited about. And we're also sort of racking up the tech points as well. Maybe I go big and bold. Maybe I get another buff slot. And then we can sort of facilitate tech points as well as... I mean, to be fair, this is not a million miles away. I mean, we can do tech points as well as cash. And that would be quite a novel idea. There we go. A few more of those. Brilliant. I mean, keep them all in as much as we possibly can anyway. That's looking good. We're now up to 294. Perfect. That is our next point. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of like, screw it. Let's go and get some more. Let's go and get some more tech buffs. I think we can do it. I think we can simultaneously manage two different things at the same time. The next question is, though, do I want a 6th slot, or do I want a floor upgrade? Do I want a mine capacity? I mean, a mine capacity is quite a nice idea. I also just want generally to upgrade, like, the upgrades here, you know, to make more money on floor 3. That is actually pretty important for us to just generally do in order to make more money. We at some point need to return to the mana generator and get the fuel buff sorted, but I mean, I can't really be bothered with that. I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, it will make a huge difference, I'm sure. Here we go, up to 522,000. We need 142 million in order to get the next level of research boost. A little bit out of my league at the present moment, but that's okay. Another tech point coming right on up. Maybe we get the mana thingies, the mana generators. That's not a bad idea. I'm thinking, however, that I'm leaning towards either mine capacity or the floor upgrade. Probably mine capacity. I mean, we have 0 power anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Yeah, I think we go. Keep converting. Yep, great. Up to 673k. Very respectable amount of cash. Very respectable amount of cash. Yeah, floor upgrades, mine capacity. I mean, I think it does the exact same thing, right? The floor means that we take a few off the end. the mine capacity also means that we take a few off the end. So, I mean, it's not like it really matters a huge amount. It's gonna matter for DB3. I mean, that is gonna be huge. That is absolutely gonna be huge. 32 times the fuel carrying capacity and 32 times the mining speed compared to the previous gen. I mean, that is big, right? That is absolutely big. So, from that point of view, maybe I just say screw it, and we just go hard on the tech points. We save up to get 6, because it did take me a long time in grid level 2 to get DB2, and I did kind of wish that I prioritized it. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna save the tech points. We'll save up for DB3. DB3, here I come. 6 tech points. 6 tech points. Laser focused. That's what we're gonna do. Oh boy, our 6th tech point. I actually did remain focused. The real question that I haven't really considered is how much is DB3 gonna cost? It's gonna be a lot, isn't it? 250 million. Yeah. Okay. That is a nasty amount of that is a nasty amount of money that basically just completely I mean, that is so unbelievably obscene. I guess we're not in the tech point business anymore. We're in the whatever the cash business is, in order to try and actually get the money for this. To be fair, I did just get 200 and something million, so you know what? Let's cut that right back and then yoink that. So you are here, you are pink. Excellent. Beautiful. How much do you carry? So we carry 10,000 units at a 6.21 mining speed. You carry 330 units. Okay, I mean, that is really quite impressive. To be fair, that's a pretty decent amount. I mean, I need to get off the techs and then go all in on the fuel. Yeah, that's what I need to be doing. I will keep the top 2 tech buffs in place as well. That's good at least. But yeah, I need to be converting. Is there an efficiency upgrade? There is an efficiency upgrade. So it does make like the tech points still worthwhile to pick up. 175 for the next one. I mean, these are mega expensive. I just don't know what to do with the sort of previous grids. I mean, grid number 1 is, I've not even really necessarily invested much in it. I mean, I suppose I could convert them to RM2s here, but they're really not that worthwhile to do, to be honest. Because, I mean, grid 2 is great, because we've got a huge amount of power available, relatively speaking. But the other grids, yeah, the first grid is just, yeah, not really there. What can I do for tech points? I mean, 2.2. That's quite the ask. Honestly, this little pink thing, whenever it fills up, it's a pretty sizable chunk. Right, what I think I want to do then, I guess, is reduce the number of DB2s. We are almost to the point of getting a second DB3. I mean, it doesn't really feel that great, does it? Research boost for 140 million. You know what? I'll do it. That'll take me above 1 million, which is quite nice. Even though I've only got the two boosts there, I think that's a good investment. It's probably a better investment than a DB3. At least for now. Maybe some... Yep, sell. Do not sell. Maybe some better mining boosts and loading boosts. Because that will help all of the DB units, not just the big new expensive ones. Helps them all. What am I going to do with this second tech point, though? I'm pretty comfortable with the fact that I'm working on tech points and fuel sales at the same time. I feel like that's quite a good place to be. Yeah, definitely could do with a few more DB3s. I really don't feel like I need another floor. I don't feel like I need additional mine capacity. Maybe that would make things better. Maybe mana generation? Maybe that's it? I mean, it's going to be 4 points, so it's a little bit crazy. Or maybe just like an efficiency / speed boost. I mean, the efficiency boost would be great because it would save quite a lot. Yeah, actually, it's probably got to be the efficiency boost. I think the efficiency boost is the most sensible thing to do. We're about 100 million points away, so that's fine. Keep selling. Maybe nab one more DB3. I mean, if I could get like 3 DB3s, that would be at least somewhat decent. There we go. That's good enough. 8. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Quite a lot of cells. Quite a lot of cells to compromise, or power cells to compromise. We've got 16 mines and only. Well, we're not using all of the mines. Put it that way. Although I don't know how many mines I'm not using. 1, 2, 2 at that side, 2 at that side. I imagine. Yeah, 2 at that side, 2 at that side. So we can eliminate 4. That's good. That frees up some resources. Can increase that by 2. That's fine. Sell. Potato, you are just so unbelievably bad at just looking up in the top left-hand corner and just selling. By the way, grid revenue is at 0%. I have made 1.83G. We are close. We are kind of close to hitting 1% of our revenue target. That's something at least, I suppose. Right, let's get that efficiency upgrade. Boom, got that. That gives me 10 cores to spend. But the problem is that it's not really the cores that are the issue. It's the flippin' money that's the issue. That's the real problem. Yeah, and the fact that they cost 250 million. That is the real kicker. I mean, they do go very, very slowly. They carry 413,000 units. I mean, it's gotta be good. It feels like the conversion between DB1 and DB2 was more smooth, though. Maybe I take the tech buff off. No. There's no point in doing that. Maybe I take the research centers off here and put in DB3s. But again, you know, it's not like it really matters because I keep that maxed. It's not like it really matters at all because I'm still maxed out in terms of cash. Yeah, we just need way more cash. I need more mana. I need more mana in order to generate the fuel buff. That's what I need. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to cut back on the research that's happening right here. I'm going to increase the research that's happening here. We're going to forget about tech points. We're going to throw... There we go. That's fine. Yeah, keep selling and maybe actually get a few upgrades here, so I just have to look at it a little bit less. Right. 20 points in this vicinity. That's great. Let's turn on 3... or at least 2... Yeah, 2 levels of mana buff. Maybe 1 more of mana buff. So we're on level 32 here. You're doing research. That's all very admirable. That's all very good. All very fine and well. But let's get you doing a little bit of research. Let's get you doing a little bit of mana generation over here. Keep selling up to 131 million. Nice. Nice. The mana regeneration. I think I would like to get the mana level 2. But I mean, we need the 100 million. We need the 100 million fuel buff. That is quite simply what we need to hit next. You're level 24. You're level 32. That's a really, really impressive... It's a really, really impressive amount. Yeah, so we're going to have that. I mean, we make... What is it? Mana generation is 201 per second. It's not a huge amount. It's not a huge amount, but I do want to keep generating cash here. And occasionally, whenever I have the opportunity, yeah, we need to just get rid of the DB2 and replace it with a DB3. Cool. All right. I'll do this a little bit more, and I'll see where that takes us. We have hit 1% of the grid revenue. This is very nice. It's a big moment. It's a big deal. Right, this is my system at the moment. I have a super pared down mining operation, which is giving me a very, very small amount of cash. The rest of our resources are going into mana generation. That is going to get me the fuel buff. So immediately, We're going to transition out of this. We're going to go back into fuel. That's fantastic. You know what? Keep in mana a little bit. But we'll specifically keep the mana for the production on the second grids. For now, what I want to do is try and slowly but surely effectively try and make as many DB3 units as I possibly can and get this entire production area converted to DB3. And that should be easier because I now have a whole bunch of fuel buffs. And you know what? If I do it with DB2s at least for now, we can make a little bit more progress. Cut back on the mana generation because who really cares? I mean, look, we can still do a little bit of mana generation. It just doesn't really seem altogether that worthwhile. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it's almost certainly better that we are doing tech on both the first and second level. So let's get that quickly sorted. Wow, okay, that is it. I have fully converted everything to a DB3. Obviously, we still need to get the efficiency upgrades, and oh, look at that. I can buy a tech point, which is quite nice. 422 million is the next sort of milestone, and that will be our second one. But that is a full conversion, and it's going quite quickly. 1.1 G. We're 4% of the way to the revenue target. How fantastic is that? 4%. To be fair, we do fill up the storage capacity very, very quickly. Speed boost, efficiency boost. I mean, even a floor upgrade, to be honest, would maybe not be the craziest idea in the world. But I think the doubling of the movement speed, and you know what? I'll take 85, 161. I'll maybe get... I'm not invested in mining boosting or load boosting in a little while. But yeah, this is looking and feeling really, really good. Still have 2 more... Oh my goodness. Now, because my storage capacity is so darned large... What can I store? 1.67 G? Now, because my storage capacity is so large, we're actually making some pretty significant progress. This level is on research, so you know what? Let's boost that so we can get up to 1.21 million. We've got all of our fuel buffs on. We've got 1 tech buff on. Yeah, I think research token-wise, we're still after this, obviously. But then I think we take efficiency, and then I think we go all in on cash. We go all in on cash, we get the cash situation sorted, and then with that, we maybe get ourselves some more... I mean, I don't know, we need more tech points, right? We need more tech points in order to get the mana buffs, which is going to be really important for us. Let's get mining. I am making so much money. Money hand over fist here. This is crazy. Increase the number of storage cells that we've got. We might as well whilst they're available. If I've got money to burn, I should just throw it into the upgrades of the research facility on the second grid, because yeah, there we go. 1.4 to get the next upgrade. That's a pretty sizable doubling of our research rate, which really feels quite, you know, significant. That'll get us to the 422 million very, very quickly indeed. I think I want to just keep on prioritizing mining capability. Maybe we even get the speed boost. Do we need the extra cores? It's not like we really need them. I mean, it would be nice to have them because it would increase our, you know, money-making potential. But I suppose, then again, so does speed boost. I feel like efficiency is definitely the right call, though. It's the right call. That frees up 58. That is huge. I mean, that is absolutely huge. Let's try and max it out, at least up to 8 mines. There we go. Sell all that. That's up to 24 we need. That is the max that we can get. And then we can increase that by 1. Up by 3. Up by 1. And then up by 3. By that. Okay, so that is us fully maxed. Unless we wanted to get another efficiency upgrade. It doesn't look like we can get another efficiency upgrade. It looks like this is going to rest at 2 cores. 2 cores per. That, to me, that seems like a very reasonable sort of place to put it. But we'll get more research points here. Maybe even additional buff slots. Maybe that's next. Maybe that's next for us. I don't know. It's like everything seems equally valuable. What I do know is that we probably don't need this level of cash income generation for very long. Having just said, oh, let's go all in on cash, I realize that maybe there is a limit to what we need. Although I suppose we could just like brute force it and go straight for the win, because I mean we are like every time we're selling, we're basically increasing by, you know, sort of like 0.5 or 1%. So it's not a bad place to be in by any stretch of the imagination. Keep on investing in our research capacity. I really think that's the most valuable thing. The research capacity on level 2 is probably our best strength. And if I went a little bit harder, I tell you what, let's remove the 100% cash buff and go in on the 300% tech buff. Sell, yep. What does that put us to? 5.91 million. And in fact, boom, we're up to 7.39 million now. That is phenomenal. That is really good. That is really, really good. Anything else that I can get? Mining boost. Sure. This feels very, very broken. This feels illegal. This feels very illegal. Let's get that first tech point. We're spending 566 million on this tech point, and next we're going to spend 759 million. Well, at a rate of 7 million a second, it should take about 100 seconds, which is not an awfully long time at all. Oh, I need to keep selling. This is very important. I could upgrade that. But then again, I could upgrade this, or alternatively, I could upgrade the research lab, which I think is far and away the best upgrade that I can really do. The only downside about upgrading the research lab on level 2 is that it's never going to get any better than it currently is, right? Unless we get a new research module or something like that, it's always going to be stuck with the total number of power that we have on this grid. But that's just the constraint of the game and our place in it, I suppose. That being said, it's good to get upgrades. I'll take any upgrade, to be fair. And you know what? We should probably, there we go, invest at least a little bit in our storage capacity. How much can we store now? We can store a grand total of 13.4 G units of fuel. That's a jumbo. That is a jumbo amount of. That's a jumbo amount of fuel. Kinda dig it. I kinda dig it. What's happening on level 1? Maybe I should. Sure. Let's boost this. I mean, we might as well. 2.95 million. I mean, that's decent enough, right? It's decent enough. It's our second tech point. Another buff slot. Another buff slot is very, very tempting. You know, that's going to give us even more tech acceleration. But I mean, if I need another buff slot, frankly, all I need to do is remove the fuel and then put it into there. I'm thinking that maybe we save up for the mana generation, the second generation of mana generation. I'm thinking that might not be the craziest idea in the world. Mine capacity, floor upgrade, etc. is all cash oriented. The mana upgrade is going to allow me to get access to these 500% buffs, which is going to help immeasurably. So yeah, I think we'll save up for the next 2 tech points in order to get MM2. Alright, here is our tech point. I will take it. That's beautiful. I'll buy MM2. So, what does MM2 cost? MM2 costs 120 million. I'm going to get as many upgrades in this department as I possibly can. I think we want to probably put the bulk of our mana generation operation in this grid. That being said, there's pretty much no reason that we can't also do it in this grid. 120 million is, I mean, it seems like quite a lot, but when you got this much going for you, I mean, it's pretty darn good. I mean, we're going to get 40 million back from just taking these units out anyway, so let's keep on keeping on. That's us maxed out mana generation over here as well, because of course they're slightly bigger. What does that put us at? 240k mana generation, and we need 1 billion. That's before we take in any of the buffs. That's the 3 top buffs. We can remove the fuel buff if we wanted to. Let's get you leveled up twice more. So that puts us up to 3.89. And already we're up to about 100 million. I'm going to do the same over here real quick, which will take There we go. Max you out. I mean, that's not even. It's not even really worth it, is it? But it's a million mana regen. It's a million mana gen. So that's fine. The real question is, do I want to throw a few into here? I think the answer to that is I kind of do. Let's reduce that by like 3, and just bang a few in here. That puts us up to 1.54 million, and then 3 million on that level. So about 5 million all in total, and then some, you know, an extra mil from grid number 1. That's pretty decent. I will upgrade this mana gen first, although I think I still have enough spare to put an extra few points into there. Do 1, maybe 2. Yeah, I think that's a good all-round. I think that's a good all-round mix. Although, I mean, if I'm gonna go for it, we might as well just take everything out of here and put everything into here. Because as long as I got the money, which is 120 million per thingy, we can do it. Mana buff, cool. That is all of my mana buffs maxed out, and I mean 11 million, 5 million, and 1 million. That's good enough. That's good enough position for me, to be honest. So with that, we'll remove the fuel buff because in anticipation for the mana buff at 500%, which is going to make an absolutely huge difference. We can also buy mana boost up there. Beautiful. Buy that there. Fantastic. Use. And what do you know? We are probably going to hit the tech buff and the fuel buff very quickly. Oh, look, we're already on 174 Gs. We're actually really quite close. We're actually really quite close to hitting the revenue target. That's a little bit unexpected. Okay, well, either way, we're going to get the tech buff, and then we're going to get the fuel buff, and then we'll see where that leaves us. And there's the tech buff at 500%. Yoink! And now we just need the fuel buff at 500%. And there's our 3G fuel buff. We're probably going to need some amount of mana for the next upgrade, but you know what? Let's reconfigure this to a money-making operation. How many do I have? 6 at whatever that is. 18. Yep. Let's do 6 at 18 if I can, which I can't. That's all right. We'll slowly work our way back up there. We will remove the mana buffs, and instead we will put in the fuel buffs. That's a full fuel operation that we have going here, and in fact we should be able to. I can't even remember what number I had it on before, but I mean, who really cares? We'll be able to get there very, very quickly. In the meantime, we're going to configure floors 2 and 1 to do research, which we will pretty much immediately swap on over to after we have made a little bit of money. Because there's pretty much no point in collecting mana, at least for now. Yeah, we want to make a little bit of money here, just to do it, I suppose. And also, we are very, very close to hitting that grid revenue. It's going to be very, very easy for us to max this all out. So we're going to hit the grid revenue total, 240 Gs. Excellent. That's going to happen. And then we'll probably configure towards research, but I mean, there's not really any particular. What are you doing? There we go. Not any particular rush to go all in on research, hence why I've not adjusted the buffs yet. But at least, you know, we're increasing our research points, and that's quite all right with me. Right, from 86 to 94% of grid revenue. I have no idea what comes next. I mean, presume grid 4. I don't know how many grids are in this game. I mean, I suppose there is technically the opportunity for it to go all the way down the left-hand side of the screen here. 99%. Oh, we're so darn close. There we go. You've exceeded the revenue target assigned for this grid. Your license is being upgraded to grid 4. You're now eligible to get grid 4. Fantastic. 120 Gs and 600 million mana. Oh, well, actually, I tell you what, on the mana front, ignore exactly what I just said, but, like, let's just put our money back into here. 600 million mana is nothing. I mean, how much do we need? Yeah, we'll actually get that, like, very, very quickly without any buffs. So stick it in, stick with the fuel buffs, to be honest, because that's already 60 million. We're halfway there in terms of cash, and then the mana we will also have very, very soon as well. Sure, you can continue doing research, I don't really care, but if you do mana, then that'll sort us out just fine. We don't need a huge number of points in order to get across the line. Very cool. The goods have been acquired. 600 million and 120 million. Let's have a little look. Oh boy, it's a blue grid. It's a blue grid. Revenue target of such a large number that I cannot even begin to comprehend. Wow, I think we're probably going to leave it right about there, ladies and gents. This game has sucked up enough of my time. I am absolutely loving this wee title. What a fantastic little game. Gridkeeper. If you want to check it out, it is linked down in the description below. 2 thumbs up from me. Very much enjoyable. Yeah, can't wait to play more off camera. Very, very cool indeed. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.